Namaste children, welcome back to the part 2 video of the chapter 8, A Story of Numbers from class 8 NCERT Ganita Prakash. So, we have seen in the previous classes how the number of mechanism was with the three methods, method 1, method 2 and method 3. And if not, go through my channel with the playlist. You can see there the video of the first part. And today, with the second part, we will see how some early number systems have been implemented. So, some the early number systems, how it has came in our life. So, that is a use of a body parts. Many groups of people across the world have used their hands and body parts for counting. Here is how a group of people in Papua New Guinea used in still use their body parts as the standard sequence on number systems. See? So what it says that many people it's nothing but they are using the body parts like fingers or shoulder, thumb. Here is one small beautiful picture they have mentioned here. Yeah, like how they have mentioned we started from here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, so on. Now, same way, but for the larger, it was very difficult for here, like how we have seen in the method in the previous. So, same thing, previous class. So, like that here also, it was for the large number, it was very difficult. Then, the next early number system has came as an tally marks on bones and other surfaces. One of the oldest method of the number represented is by making notches. That means mark cut on surface such as bone or a wall of a cave. Now also if you visit many tourist places you can see some marks are there. So we symbolically our scientists and our researchers they are going on and finding what all the these marks are representing. So from that only we are learning these all things. Okay, so these marks are also called the tally marks. So that means so tally marks which are standing line we have learned in the our school, right, in the lower classes. And today, how this method, a mark is made for each object that is being counted. So the final collection of marks represent the total number of objects. This method is very similar to the method of using sticks to count, like method 1. Okay, like a method 1, how we have seen, same way it has been described here. So now, here they discover like some bone dating back object more than 20,000 years. And they have the tally marks, which is known as such bones with the marking thought represent the number of Ishango bone and the Libombo bone from 20,000 to 35,000 years. But here these notches arranged in the column, possibly indicating that calendrically system and the Lembino bone discovered the in South Africa, which was even the older tally sticks with 29 notches. It was estimated around the 44,000 years old. So it's a clear understanding, children. So how they have been in the long back from year to which year, that is how many years it has been used for this type of notches of the bones. And it is considered one of the oldest mathematical artifact. And they have severe as a talistic or a lunar calendar, right? So now let us see here they have mentioned here Libombo bone and Ishango bone. So how the picture they have represented here, the textbook. So next one, the third method. So first method what we have seen, that is use of body parts. Then second method, tally marks on bones as well as on other surfaces. The third method, number names, which is obtained by counting in twos. So next, the third method we have seen, which is they make in a group of twos. Let us see that one. A group of indigenous people in Australia called Gumulgal had the following words for their numbers. So that means in the Australians words which is known as Gumulgal. Now We have seen earlier it was the Arab countries, then it has came an European, then Indians, then Indian was the first, then later Chinese, now Australian also has entered into this. So let us see the how the Australian numbers they represented with that Gumulga. So first one, which is European, two Ukasar, third Ukasar and European, which was added with this, fourth Ukasar and Ukasar two times they had mentioned, and fifth Ukasar and Ukasar plus Urapon. That is, they're going on added. There is a sequence, like there is a one pattern of that. So with that, which we call as in a group of indigenous, and then later the number name for 3 is composed of number name of 2 and 1. So here just now I told you there is a pattern which is known as, for 3 it is composed of number name of 2 and 1. So like Ukasar and Urapon. The third one it is a Ukasar and Urapon. Right. And the number name for 4 is composed of two occurrence of the number name for 2. So Ukasar here, and Ukasar and Aeropon is, that is, it's nothing but the Urapon, it becomes a Ukasar. So it is a 4. So in this way the pattern they have mentioned, right? And so on. It's 5 also same thing, Ukasar, Ukasar and Urapon. Then 6 again, Urapon, Urapon, then again it becomes the 6th. 2 Urapon, again it's become as an Ukasar. Right? So it goes on. So these numbers are counting in 2. So it is a group of counting in twos, we can say, using this number, which the number names are formed like 3 2 plus 1 4 2 plus 2 5 2 plus 2 plus 1 6 2 plus 2 plus 2, so on. This Gumulgal called any number greater than 6 ras. Okay, so this number is used for the greater than 6 ras. We will solve one exercise also and problem on this. It's very interesting. We'll see that one. And there's very interesting and puzzling historical phenomena which is the number system. Let us look at this number system. How the people in South America and the Bushmen of South Africa has. Yeah, okay. It depends upon here. Like for example, in the figure in the map they have mentioned here how the Bakera, so how Tukala, Auga. So that it's very difficult to understand us. But earlier the people they used to feel very easy for them. Right. But today we feel easy like counting the numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, dash, 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 dash. Right. So same way earlier the people used to go with this all signs and symbols and with the sounding methods what we have seen here. Now next one, after being so far with the part of this Australian and the South America and South Africa, the even though the number system of Gumalgal had number names for number only there with 6, we can see that there are the emergence of an idea also, like counting in twos is more efficient for representing numbers than, like example, a tally system. Okay, so when it is in a group of twos, then how we are making? Like in a tally, we make tally marks 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 standing line and one slant line, right? So this is a group of five. That story also is there. We will see it in the next topic. So this general form which this idea has taken in a different number system is as follows. So count in groups a certain number like 2 in the case of Gumulgal system and use a word or symbol associated with this group size to represent bigger number. So some of the commonly used group sizes in different number systems have been 2, 5, 10, and 20, right? So how the this Gumalga has become in the group of counting numbers, that is in a group of counting numbers of twos which is represent with a greater number like 2, 5, 10, and 20. And even it is the idea of counting fives in the Roman system. Okay, even in the counting of fives in the Roman system that we are mentioning here in the table 1. We can see here in the table 1, right? So how they have mentioned here with the representing of some new symbols. We will see one by one. Right. One of the phenomenon that could be have led people to the idea made unit limit of immediately knowing the size of a collection at a class. Let us hear one idea they are given when beautiful one activity as mentioned. If any picture or anything is there object in that, like for example, count how many chicks are there. so then you can count it. So how many flowers are there? It's very difficult to count. We can count, but it's a larger number, so it's very difficult. How many dancing dolls are there, right? So it's very easy to count in a shop. How many counts are there? Number of counts are we can count. How many steps are there in two-story building? Oh, it's very easy. But if 20-story building is there, means it's very difficult again because it's a larger number. How many pets are there? Same way. How many bunch of grapes are there? Apples, sticks, or pencils? Sorry, and then yep. So which is the larger part, or which is easily we can identify and we can count it, but which is the more, then it's very difficult to count children, right? So this limit of perception could have prompted people using tally marks to replace every group of say 5 marks. So just now I told you, so tally marks we are making the group of 5 marks with a new symbol as seen in the system. So same way in the table 1 what we have seen, and even though the counting in the groups of a particular size and using it for number representing is more efficient than the tally systems. And this method can still become some of the larger numbers. The next system shows a refinement of this idea. See, the first system what we have seen, second, third, and more than that three. One more, the next number system which we have seen, that is earlier one, Roman numerals. So what was that Roman numerals? What it says about that? Let us see. Here the Roman number system till 20. In the table 1 what we have mentioned, we have seen that it uses for I for as a 1, V for 5, X for 10. Now also today also in today's world also we are in the schools we are learning this all things, and in our daily life sometimes we will be using this one. To get the Roman numerals for any number till 39, it was a group into as many tens as possible. The remaining in groups into as many fives as possible, and finally the remaining is grouped into ones. Like example, taking as a number 27. So 27 it was easy for us. 27, that is 10 plus 10 plus 5 plus 1 plus 1. So that means x plus x, 5 is v, 1 plus I. So x x v I. So this was the Roman numeral what he has mentioned. Same way, if it is in a larger number, then it's very difficult. So instead of representing 50 as a 1 XXXXX, a new symbol is given that is called as an L. So they was representing with the Roman, and 40 is represented and 10 is less than 50, that is as XL. However, people using this system were not always consistent with this practice. Sometimes 40 was also represented as 10 10 10 10 also. So this Roman number system introduces the new symbols to represent certain bigger numbers, and they have a new basic symbols of called as landmark numbers. And this landmark number like I 1, then V 5, X 10, L 50, C 100, and D 500, and M 1000. So for the larger number, the group of numbers they are making a some symbolically. Right. So what are there? Let us see here some in the exercise problems they are given. So let us see that one. Okay. So now coming to the here, so what just we will once glance will which method early system we have learned, right? So first we have learned the early system, that is use of body parts, use of body parts, and second one we have learned a tally marks on bones and other surfaces and other surfaces. And the third one, we have learned the number names which obtained by counting in twos. Okay. And the fourth, the next, how the groups, what's this mentioned here? That is with the help of Roman numerals. The fourth one is the Roman numerals. Okay, this was there, right? So the four early number systems. Now next see that how we will go with some exercise, that is figure it out from the page 59. Okay, from the page 59. Now the first solution, what it says, represent the following numbers in the Roman system. In the Roman system, we have to represent this one. So let us see that one. Okay, what is that? Roman system. So first they have given 1222. So just now we have seen in the textbook that we exercise how we can group it. So we can write here in a simple 1000 place plus 2 200. So that I will write it 100 plus 100 plus 20, that is I will write it as an 10 plus 10, and 2, that I will write it as an 1 plus 1. So 1000 is represented as an M, 100 C, 100 C, 10 X, X, I, and I. So here how the total, what we will get it here, M C C X X I. So this is the final answer how we are finding the true number for the gray numbers. Next, the second one, this was the first one, and the second, it represents 2999. So again you split, that is 1000 plus 1000 plus 900. Here it's a little bit odd one, 900 is saying, right? So 1000 we know M, so 1000 minus 100, that is 900. So here it will be the different here now, 90 plus 9, it will be the odd number line. Okay, so 1000 is M, yeah, 1000 minus 100, that it becomes as 900, that is CM. And here same again, C is there, so 90, 100 minus 10, that is 90, that is XC. And here 9, that is IX. So we get the number MM CM XC IX. Next, third one, 302. Okay, 302. Now 302, how it can be written here? That is split here, 100 plus 100 plus 100 plus 1 plus 1. So now again here, C, 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 right? So C, 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 I. So here again is 302 in the Roman numerals. And the fourth one, 715. 715. So here 700 means we can take it 500 plus 200, so that in a group we can make it here 500. Again it becomes a D, 500 plus 200, that is 100 plus 100 plus here 10 plus 5. So 500 is D, 100 is C, 100 C, here 10 is X, okay, and 5 is V. So D, C, C, X, V. Children, everything they have mentioned here in the table, children. Okay, I will show you. Right, in the table they have mentioned, and we have learned in the lower classes also regarding the Roman numbers. So here I1, V5, X10, L50, C100, and D500, and M1000. Okay, right. So now with this representing of this, we can say that, right. So how we represented the Roman system. So same way now coming back to this one. This system seems to have evolved out of the ancient Greek number system, which is around the 8th century in the Rome. But over time, it was spread throughout the Europe and expansion of the Roman Empire. So as the days passes, it was expanded all the Europe country, right? So this relatively efficiently and the Roman system, it doesn't lend itself to an easy performance of arithmetic operations, and this particularly multiplication and division. And it was very popular, was known, and they represented here, that is how it's represented. We will see one example he has given here. We will see here, right? So now see here, CCXXXII plus CCCXIN. So it represented here. So how they have mentioned here, look here. So how many C's are there? He is calculated, that is 5 C's are there. So 5 C is nothing but the 100 right here. See, it represented as an 100. So it becomes here into 5. How many are there? 500. And 500 is nothing but what? 500 is D. Right? So that's why he has written here D. Right? And then how many X are there? 4 X's are there. Right? And that 4 X's, it becomes as an, how, yeah, again X is how much? 10 are there. Right? And that represented with an I, that is x, 4x means 40. So 50 minus 10, 40, that is x is L, how much? That is 50 is L. So XL, 50 minus 10 is 40. So that's why it's written XL here. Then again V, how many are there? 1 2 3 4 5 are there total here. 5 I's are there, that is 1 5. So 1 5 is nothing but here 5, which is representing as an 5, that is V. Sorry, here V is 5. Okay, now total we are writing D, C, XL and V. So in this way, how they made in the 5's and D's group. Okay, this was a landmark how they represent by the Roman Empire. So now he is telling us to find the for us he has given, let us will find here. Okay, it's very interesting, I'll show you. Okay, it's very interesting here, children. So what he has given here, that is L x x x v I plus L x x v I. Solve it. Okay, solve. So first we'll write all the, we'll make the groups and we'll write like as we have given in the given part. Given, make it in the group, that is okay. How will write in the group, that is here L, it represent here how many L are there? 2 we can write here. X, how many are there? 5 are there. V here 2, then I, which is 5 are there, right? So L2, then X 5, V 2 and I 5, right? Now we'll write all the Roman numbers here and then we'll start making the groups total, right, children? So now here with this representation, representation of this, we can say that how it represents. So let us write here. So here L L X X X X X 5 times, right? And then V 2 times and I 5. So now this is clearly mentioned here, that is 5 I's are there, that we will write it as NV. Okay, which is V here. So and that I'll write here. Then again L L X X X 5. Then V, 2 V's are there. Now 2 V's and plus here one more V. So I'll represent with here. Simple way. Okay, yeah. With this we can say that this 5 are. Okay, V. Now then again here 1V I have taken here, right? Now again making the group of this 3V, right? So how we can write here? 10 plus 5, again we can write here like this, that is 15 it becomes. How we'll write? 10 plus 5, that is X plus V. Clear? So according to the Roman numerals, according to Roman numerals. Okay, so that is, we can say that, yeah, L X X X V I. Then here again plus here L X X V I. So now by making this L and L, we can say that L is nothing but 50, right? So I'll write it here 50 plus 50, right? And then here X is represented with 10, 10. So 10 means how much? 5 again in a group, that is 50. Then V is represented with 5, right? And here I, that is 1. So here, see how they made such a beautiful pattern they made, right? And next, that is, so here 50 plus 50, it's nothing but 100. And here 10 plus 10, 5 times, that is, it becomes 50. And here 5 plus 5, 10. Again here 5. So that means 100 can be in a group of, that is C, and 50 can be group of L, and 10 can be group of X, and 5 can be group of 5. So therefore, we can say that the Roman numbers, how it represent C, L, X, V for this problem. Okay, children, I hope you understood with this problem. It's very easy, like that you can make it by yourself, and you can comment on this answer. Okay, you can make and you can attach your photo, and you can mail me also, or else you can comment. Okay, children. So next up, will conclude here. That is, by using this Roman number system, use of calculation tool called this for the higher number, that is abacus, to perform their arithmetic operation. We shall see what it if it is in a later section. However, only specially trained people use this tool. So abacus, nowadays we know everyone what is abacus, right? Which can count, but usually according to the mathematics, we have to go with the steps, which is a very important, and for the consistent of the reduce of the time or very speed quickly to give the answers, we can use these methods. Okay, we'll learn that one. And while going to the number system, discuss about it so that understood and the historical one system developed as an improvement over the previous system. This point should be kept in the mind that by studying upcoming number system to actually the story of how each of the number system developed in much more complex and many times not clearly known. So we will not try to trace this in this chapter. So whatever is there, how much is there, we will learn that one, and more than that, we'll see it in the next topic. Okay, children, I hope you understood with this topic, and for this exercise of that, refer my next part video, part 3, and I hope you have been subscribed. If not, do and subscribe my channel, Sadan Guide Center. Thank you, children.